Man conquers the world by conquering himself. Zeno of Citium, founder of Stoicism. To be calm is the highest achievement of the self. Zen proverb: success is based off of your willingness to work your ass off no matter what obstacles are in your way. David Goggins. When someone is properly grounded in life, they shouldn't have to look outside themselves for approval. Epictetus. Learn to be indifferent to what makes no difference. Marcus Aurelius. To bear trials with a calm mind robs misfortune of its strength and burden. Seneca. The ultimate power in life is to be completely self-reliant, completely yourself. Robert Greene. Too many people believe that everything must be pleasurable in life. Robert Greene. The whole future lies in uncertainty. Live immediately. Seneca. Just keep in mind, the more we value things outside our control, the less control we have. Epictetus. A rational person can find peace by cultivating indifference to things outside of their control. Naval ravacant fate leads the willing and drags along the reluctant. Seneca. The mind that is anxious about future events is miserable. Seneca relentlessly prune bullshit. Don't wait to do things that matter and savor the time you have. Paul Graham. Be a master of the mind, not mastered by the mind. Zen proverb. The more you seek the uncomfortable, the more you will become comfortable. Conor McGregor. Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. Viktor Frankl. To make a goal of comfort or happiness has never appealed to me. A system of ethics built on this basis would be sufficient only for a herd of cattle. Albert Einstein. The tranquility that comes when you stop caring what they say, or think or do, only what you do. Marcus Aurelius. If you make happiness your goal, you'll be disappointed. If you make presence your goal, you'll be peaceful. Maxime Lagacé. If it's endurable, then endure it. Stop complaining. Marcus Aurelius. Failure and deprivation are the best educators and purifiers. Albert Einstein. That one wants nothing to be different, not forward, not backwards, not in all eternity, not merely bear what is necessary, still less conceal it, but love it. Friedrich Nietzsche. That's what Stoicism is all about. Learning to live a good life by developing peace of mind through confidence of one's ability to overcome adversity. The Daily Stoic. Amazon book. The first rule is to keep an untroubled spirit. The second is to look things in the face and know them for what they are. Marcus Aurelius. The great law of nature is that it never stops. There is no end. Ryan Holiday. Don't explain your philosophy. Embody it. Epictetus. It does not matter what you bear, but how you bear it. Seneca. I love to go and see all the things I am happy without. Socrates, on going to the market. The robbed that smiles steals something from the thief. Othello. Stoicism is about the domestication of emotions, not their elimination. Nassim Nicholas Taleb. A Stoic is someone who transforms fear into prudence, pain into transformation, mistakes into initiation, and desire into undertaking. Nassim Nicholas Taleb. Stoicism teaches how to keep a calm and rational mind no matter what happens to you, and it helps you understand and focus on what you can control and not worry about and accept what you can't control. Jonas Salzgeber. Stoicism, understood properly, is a cure for a disease. The disease in question is the anxiety, grief, fear, and various other negative emotions that plague humans and prevent them from experiencing a joyful existence. William B. Irvine. Sometimes life hits you in the head with a brick. Don't lose faith. Steve Jobs. The true hero is one who conquers his own anger and hatred. Dalai Lama. Waste no more time. Arguing what a good man should be one. Marcus Aurelius. He has the most who is content with the least. Diogenes. The reason why we have 2 ears and only 1 mouth is so we might listen more and talk less. Zeno of Citium. If you are irritated by every rub, how will your mirror be polished? Rumi. Nothing endures but change. Heraclitus. Why should we pay so much attention to what the majority thinks? Socrates. Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. Marcus Aurelius. No human thing is of serious importance. Plato. Ensure you endure. Maxime Lagacé. You do not choose your problems, you choose how you react to them. Dango. Source. Self-control is strength. Right thought is mastery. Calmness is power. James Allen. The obstacle is the way. Ryan Holiday. What we desire makes us vulnerable. Ryan Holiday. The Daily Stoic. Move toward resistance and pain. Robert Greene. Uncertainty is an uncomfortable position, but certainty is an absurd one. Voltaire. Discomfort is the currency of success. Brooke Castillo. Show people, don't tell people. David Goggins. Discomfort is a wise teacher. Caroline Myss. What is the secret of success? One-word answer. Rational. Charlie Munger. To be even-minded is the greatest virtue. Heraclitus. To complain is always non-acceptance of what is. Eckhart Tolle. If it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. Unknown. Be present above all else. Naval Ravikant. Don't aim to be perfect, aim to be anti-fragile. Nassim Nicholas Taleb. You will be attacked for doing the right thing. Do it anyway. The Stoic Emperor. Keep your intention pure. Emotions will try to distract you, so keep going. That's the cure. Maxime Lagacé. Be stoic. Just do the right thing. Just keep going. Maxime Lagacé. Do what you will. Even if you tear yourself apart, most people will continue doing the same things. Marcus Aurelius. It can ruin your life only if it ruins your character. Otherwise, it cannot harm you, inside or out. Marcus Aurelius. Every hour, focus your mind attentively on the performance of the task in hand with dignity, human sympathy, benevolence, and freedom, and leave aside all other thoughts. You will achieve this if you perform each action as if it were your last. Marcus Aurelius. Control your perceptions. Direct your actions properly. Willingly accept what's outside your control. Ryan Holiday, The Daily Stoic. In life, it doesn't matter what happens to you or where you came from. It matters what you do with what happens and what you've been given. Ryan Holiday. Never let people who choose the path of least resistance steer you away from your chosen path of most resistance. David Goggins, related, The World's Toughest Man. David Goggins, YouTube video. Short-term thinking is everywhere. Noisy feuds over little prizes. The long-term thinker will be king. Win the decade, not the day. The Stoic Emperor. Give yourself fully to your endeavors. Decide to construct your character through excellent actions and determine to pay the price of a worthy goal. The trials you encounter will introduce you to your strengths. Epictetus. To be stoic is not to be emotionless, but to remain unaffected by your emotions. James Pierce. Now is the time to get serious about living your ideals. How long can you afford to put off who you really want to be? Your nobler self cannot wait any longer. Put your principles into practice now. Stop the excuses and the procrastination. This is your life. Decide to be extraordinary and do what you need to do now. Epictetus. Make the mind tougher by exposing it to adversity. Robert Greene. Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. Marcus Aurelius. As each day arises, welcome it as the very best day of all, and make it your own possession. We must seize what flees. Seneca. Inwardly, we ought to be different in every respect, but our outward dress should blend in with the crowd. Seneca. Be so busy building your own life that other people's bullshit is of no concern. Ed Lattimore, edlattimore.com. We are quick to forget that just being alive is an extraordinary piece of good luck, a remote event, a chance occurrence of monstrous proportions. Nicholas Nassim Taleb. Difficulty is what wakes up the genius. Nassim Nicholas Taleb. Just that you do the right thing, the rest doesn't matter. Marcus Aurelius. The fishermen know that the sea is dangerous and the storm terrible, but they have never seen these dangers sufficient reason for staying ashore. Vincent van Gogh. Stoicism was a school of philosophy, founded by Zeno of Citium in Athens in the 3rd century BC. Its name is actually derived from the Greek stoa, meaning porch, because that's where Zeno first taught his students. This philosophy is based around the 4 cardinal pillars of self-control, courage, justice, and wisdom, and is rooted in the belief that it is our perception of things, rather than the things themselves, that cause most of our trouble. That is, of course, to assume we struggle with these disciplines. Stoicism teaches that we can't control or influence anything outside of what philosopher Epictetus called our reasonable choice, our ability to use our reason to choose how we categorize, respond, and reorient ourselves to external events. Many of the mental models and methodologies I share in my recent best-selling book, Embrace the Suck, The Navy SEAL Way to an Extraordinary Life, are founded in these very principles. So what can leaders learn from Stoicism about resilience, adaptability, accountability, and the skills necessary for successfully leading change? Here are 9 quotes related to Stoicism all leaders should live by. How often do I spend time worrying about organizational challenges, internal or external, that I have no control or sphere of influence over? The economy, interest rates, global pandemics, changes in the competitive landscape? If I could better categorize and respond to foreseen or unforeseen obstacles, only investing time, emotion, and energy in the things I can control, how much could I gain as a leader? How would my team benefit? Would this level of self-control and discipline enhance my situational awareness? As a leader, have I clearly articulated the vision and purpose behind our mission? Have we created a cultural environment that is values-oriented and accepting of change? In fact, do we embrace change? Do we thrive in adversity? How successful is our organization or team at combating change fatigue and identifying burnout? Are we deeply in tune with our team's level of engagement and willingness to participate in change initiatives? To even be change evangelists? He who laughs at himself never runs out of things to laugh at. Ask yourself, do I know when to lead and when to follow? Do I exhibit an appropriate level of humility while still leading with competence, commitment, and extreme ownership? Do I take myself and my role too seriously? Am I willing to break down behavioral silos and barriers in order to connect with my team on a deeper level? To be vulnerable? What benefit could this have in building trust? No person is free who is not master of himself. What role does discipline play in my personal and professional life? Do I have daily routines designed to fuel wisdom, wellness, gratitude, and continuous improvement? Without self-control, can anyone ever truly be free? How could I integrate the philosophy of self-mastery into how I motivate my team? If the team was grounded in authentic autonomy, how much more dynamic and adaptable could we be on our battlefield? It's not because things are difficult that we dare not venture. It's because we dare not venture that they are difficult. As a leader, do I exhibit courage in my decision-making ability? Do I encourage the team to tackle challenges head-on, take calculated risk, and dare to fail? If not, why? Does our team work consistently beyond the boundaries of our comfort zone by being relentlessly innovative in our approach? Do we embody a growth mindset or a fixed mindset? The whole future lies in uncertainty. Live immediately. Do I lead with a healthy sense of urgency and paranoia? How well do I balance looking to the horizon for threats and opportunities with avoiding getting stuck in the bunker of analysis paralysis? Do we lean into complexity, uncertainty, and adversity, or avoid it at all costs? Stoicism offers a way of thinking that has practical benefits for leaders and business owners, which is why it has been studied and utilized by world-renowned professional coaches, business founders, entrepreneurs, celebrities, and military leaders. Ultimately, It supports the concept that the best leaders are lifelong learners and never satisfied with the status quo. These are principles we teach at Taking Point Leadership when developing resilient and accountable change leaders in organizations across the globe. Emotional resilience. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control and accept what we cannot. This mindset helps in dealing with setbacks, disappointments, and failures without being overwhelmed by emotions. Clarity of thought. Stoicism emphasizes rational thinking and logic over emotional reactions. This clarity helps in making better decisions, especially in stressful situations. Adaptability. The philosophy encourages adaptability and flexibility in response to change. This allows individuals to adjust to different circumstances and bounce back from adversity. Focus on virtue. Stoicism stresses the importance of developing virtues like wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. By prioritizing these qualities, individuals can cultivate a strong ethical foundation for success. Gratitude and mindfulness. Stoicism encourages practicing gratitude and being mindful of the present moment. These practices foster a positive outlook and appreciation for what one has, promoting contentment and reducing anxiety about the future. Achieving goals. Stoicism involves setting realistic goals and working diligently towards them while being detached from the outcome. This approach helps in maintaining motivation and perseverance in pursuing success. Self-discipline. Stoicism teaches self-discipline, which is crucial for personal development and achieving long-term goals. It helps in resisting temptations and staying focused on what truly matters. Adopting a Stoic mindset doesn't mean suppressing emotions or avoiding pleasure. Rather, it's about acknowledging emotions, understanding them, and choosing how to respond to them in a constructive manner. By integrating these principles into your life, you can cultivate a mindset that contributes significantly to personal and professional success.